You right, guys? All I can say is, I told you so. I freaking told you so. What I'm saying is, I stood by AEW from the word go. Right? Granted, the past 6 weeks I didn't watch the build up towards All In. Because obviously starting that job. Now I've got plenty of free time, I can watch Dynamite again. At the moment. But one thing is I want to actually say to you about this. I've said this in videos before. There was a lot of negativity towards AEW. A lot. Over the years. But progressively, a lot of positivity is formed into AEW today. I'm glad to see it. I'm really glad to see it. When people were saying, "Oh, Double or Nothing's too long," they were finding something new to complain about AEW, right? So I feel like Tony Khan says "F you" straight away. It's not too long, so he's made All In longer. It literally had that Mania feel. How I once loved WrestleMania on one night. How much I loved it on one night, no matter how long it was. But there was no complaints at all saying it was too long. This time round, even though that was longer than Double or Nothing. They were just finding new ways to hit it on AEW with a lot of negativity. That was one of them, back not that long ago. Then it was obviously with the carrier bag thing with John Moxley, with Bryan Danielson. Then they almost attempted that on Hangman Adam Page. Then Darby Allin returned, and so on, so on, so on. So many returns. But one thing I like what AEW are doing is what WrestleMania used to do. Other than just being on one night, they used to end stories and then start new stories. Not just any stories, vital stories. They've elevated Hangman Adam Page to the stratosphere this past numerous of months now. And my God, that match. Wow. The tag match. Wow. The women's titles match. Wow. Every match delivered. The reason why I feel like it delivered a lot more than you think is because of, how to put it, painting a picture of what wrestling's all about. That was emotional roller coaster once again for me, watching and studying. Because I'm one of those wrestling fans that sit there quiet and watches wrestling. I don't pop or cheer, I just watch. I take in all. From what's happening in the ring to what's happening around the ring. I don't like to say if there's empty seats, I go, oh, there's an empty seat. I'm not one of those people. Not that sort of thing. But this was Tony Khan's plan all along. Right? Of all the stuff they've done, it's paid off every time when it goes to All In. Let alone all pay-per-views. Right? There's so much crazy shit going off in this wrestling world that we know today. And I feel like AEW is delivering so much more than you can chew. This is just a bite size of what we've seen. All the negative and everything, free promotion, worked. Because all the people like doing reviews have been negative towards them over the years. And then it's drawn people in. Gradually, this started off being negative, and then you went, oh, it's actually a good product. That's what wrestling's all about, guys. But I'm glad that All In's got that traction going forward, because they need that traction going forward to survive in this wrestling world. If one company's not delivering and AEW's delivering, they just rely on their heritage, what they've built up over the years. But for a company being short time, it's mad. You know? I know there's another company, yeah, they've got a working relationship with them. Yeah, they've reaped benefits of working relationship, so on. But I feel like they're going to try and take it to the next level to compete with the likes of AEW. Talk about TNA. You know, I'm not knocking TNA, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking WWE. I've done that enough times already. I feel like they're not delivering. Even though you rush to promote a pay-per-view or PLE, whatever you want to class it as, for Evolution, you rushed it, don't get me wrong, but that sort of delivered. I admit that. Right? By what I've heard and what I've seen of clips of. You know, because at the time I wasn't in the right headspace to talk, to obviously do what I do. Watch professional wrestling. I wanted to watch All In, but I waited till Sunday daytime, so I've literally got a decent night's sleep from what happened on Saturday. But all I can say is to you guys, I told you so. Now, this is what you would expect from WWE. This is why I did the video saying what I said about CM Punk. They should start building up new faces. Granted, Hangman Adam Page has been around a while, but he's one of the main stages people that has been around a while. He's had the world title shot. Yeah, that was easily forgotten. He had the world title before, don't get me wrong. But this time round, he's relit his passion into professional wrestling, you can see. And it's not just him, it's like the Will Ospreay, how much he's passionate about professional wrestling to elevate them to the next level, him and Swerve Strickland. To build that storyline was fantastic. To bring them into it, to make Shane Strickland swallow his pride. You know, after let bygones be bygones. That's why I'm missing professional wrestling, that longevity of storyline. Even though the new EVPs of AEW, you got to think to yourself, what direction are they going to go with this role? You know? I like the way they're doing things. It's like the fresh coat of paint. What are the Young Bucks going to do now? Step away from the ring? Maybe? I don't know. It keeps you guessing. Keeps you occupied. Yes, fair enough. Someone's got the main title. Yes, Hurt Business retained the tag team titles. Yes, they made the right decision, Tony Storm retaining the women's title. Okada winning the new title, I forget the name of, I do apologise. I know it was winner take all. Everything on that card delivered. You know? You know it may have been a triple main event for that event, but I feel like every match in that event delivered. You know, it intrigues me to the point where I can go, what have we got to build up for Forbidden Door? What build up have we got? It starts tonight, pretty much. And I'm like, holy crap. Holy crap. That's even just dawned on me now. They've literally got, just say, 5.5 weeks to build that, and they will do it. You know? You've already got the build-up technically with Cope coming back. All In. For All Out. I'm just so intrigued. I'm really intrigued. You know, I know they've been teasing matches that I want to see. I want to see the likes of Gabe Kidd versus Samoa Joe. That may be one of them. But then they've put a massive swerve on the thing. I want to see Bryan Danielson versus Gabe Kidd at Forbidden Door. It's just mad. This is where I miss in professional wrestling, where it keeps you guessing. You know? It keeps you guessing where it's going. What direction they're going. What they're going to build up next. That's what I missed so much of professional wrestling. I missed going all in this year, granted, because it's in Dallas, but I'm hoping to go next year if all things goes to plan. But we've got Forbidden Door. What a replacement that is. At the O2 with my mate Paddy. Possibly meeting up with a few friends as well. We don't know. Just hope you guys all check out the vlog when I do upload it on my vlog channel. But it's just one of those... Why I love AEW. They keep you guessing what they're going to do, which way they're going to go. The amount of people did prediction videos, Mercedes Moné is going to win the title. Wrong. You know? That's what I miss. Unpredictability as well. You know? Were they going to go... Did I think they were going to go to Hangman Adam Page route? Possibly. And part of me wasn't. It was that unpredictability. Not every match was predictable, don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying to you guys is how much that delivered. Athena now on the AEW roster. What's she going to do with her ROH title? Is she going to be working 2 shows for the company that AEW owns? AEW and Ring of Honor? AEW loves to keep you guessing. And AEW brings that. It's mental. It's mental to think what we literally had this past Saturday. And I made people's eyes open to what AEW can give. And the positivity pouring out was insane over social media. To say these were the same people that was hating on the product. You know, hating on it for many years, but they're still tuned in. Same with WWE. But the way they were saying, this is what WrestleMania should have been like. And I've been stressing for many years, WWE should squash the idea of 2-night PLEs. You know, granted SummerSlam's just around the corner. And I'm not too fussed about it. It's just so bizarre how you can flip the script like that. You know? It's good to see. It really is. You know? It's just mind-blowing. Just to sit here to talk about it. In itself. How much that event delivered for me and numerous of people is just insane. What's next? That's all I can say is AEW, what's fucking next? You know? I'm looking forward to this card build up for the event that I'm going to next month with my friend Paddy. Like I says, I'm hoping to do a vlog for that. That will include Pro Wrestling Eve as well. We'll go into that for Sky Blue and Anna Jay. Not Anna Jay. Julia Hart, sorry. Whatever next. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.